training camp. Didn't look like you got a lot of action out there in the team drill. So.
Yeah, it was a good first day. I think we it was a little bit shorter than the usual first day, but it was all by design. I think we wanted to get more high yardage without as much drag, and I think it worked really well. I think a lot of guys got really good work in, but in less volume. So it was a good first day.
What are your thoughts on Odell Beckham? A lot of questions because he's coming back from injury. What do you see out of him?
He looked good. He looked good for the day he was out at minicamp, and then I tried to connect with him down in I think Miami. He invited me down there, so I know he was training. I know he feels great. I was actually kind of watching his pre-practice routine. It was pretty long, so I'm always trying to figure out different ways to get warmed up. So he's got a pretty good system he does. So I'm always trying to add to my routine. So looked good. I'm really excited for the OBJ era. So I think that combo can be really special.
But just your impressions of the offense on the other side of what you see in terms of tempo and so forth.
Yeah, it's really early to tell, but based off how I've talked with the guys, asked them how do they like it, what's the differences between G-Row and this one. A lot of them seem to say it's a lot more simple. It's pretty. Sometimes football can be complicated, and sometimes it can be pretty simple. So from what the guys have said, it sounds like I know we got the players, so sometimes simple might be the better. Some game plans a little more complicated, but from what I've heard and what I've seen, it's looking pretty good.
I saw you there guarding Zay Flowers a few times. What makes him so dynamic, particularly that he is a young player?
He's a young player, but a lot of times you get in front of a younger guy, they're not as polished. Usually a lot of just kind of raw talent. There's a lot that they might have to work on, different things. As I've gotten older in the league, you guard more and more rookies, but he's pretty polished. He definitely has that South Florida route running, breaking, cutting, that Amari Cooper, Calvin Ridley, Jerry Jeudy. He has that X factor that a lot of those South Florida guys have. So, we had one of those guys in Hollywood, and add Zay. I think the sky's the limit for our receiving core.
Can you tell us what you saw from the guys like Rock and Kyle that kind of did get the action and bossed on that way, and kind of what you see from them today?
I mean, I've loved Rock since he's got here, along with Kyle. I'm really excited to see Kyle in a bigger role this year as far as, starting safety. Obviously he played some nickel game plan. I'm sure he's a guy that can play anywhere, but for now we got him predominantly as safety. So, but we're really excited to see him go there. And then Rock, we talk all the time about, different things. He's trying to take stuff from my game. I'm trying to take stuff from his. So I really like the group of corners we have. I'm excited for, to see how many corners we can have. Being in this league for so long, you can never have too many good corners. So I know we just signed Arthur today. You can never have too many good corners, and Rock adds to that room really well.
You cracked the top 100 in the NFL. What did it mean to you to get that type of recognition from your peers around the league?
Yeah, the coaches they asked me today, was there 91 guys better than me? We'll see. But it's any sort of ranking that players put out, it's always an honor. I don't take any recognition lightly when it comes to peers recognition. It's a cool thing. It sucks when you're not on it. I do know that. But being high, it's cool. But that's about it.
A really strong season. Is there anything that you're working on in particular in your game during training camp?
For me, it's the good thing about having really good wide receivers is a lot of different releases, a lot of different speeds, a lot of different guys' tempos. For me, I want to get back to winning and press man. Winning in the first 5 yards, should I say. I think I can stop with anybody. I think I can run with anybody, but I want to make my job a lot easier at the line of scrimmage. So, trying to get in front of Zay, Odell, Bateman, Prochet, Duvernay, trying to get in front of these guys and try to get hands on them. I really want to try to make these guys better, but also making myself better as well. So I think the more competitive battles we can have at the line of scrimmage. I want the hardest corner any of our wide receivers to see is me, Rock, and the guys we got at corner. So that's the biggest thing. I'm trying to lead that room and everybody follow up. And there's not a big gap from the best guy to the worst guy. We want to have that gap as small as possible. And I think if we can do that, we'll be very successful.
Jerry Slade, so you anything about the Matt Wilson coming over, and I guess what's your impressions of what he's kind of brought to this room?
Yeah, Slay, which should have been a Raven, which still disappointed in that. But he told me a lot about him. And since I've gotten here, I've been nothing but excited. I think him and Coach Chris are very similar in coaching styles. And I think, I've seen, coming into this year, we wanted to be the best secondary in the league. And I think Coach Chris has elevated his game. I think all the players have elevated the game. I think everyone in the room we made as a collective, we decided let's all step up. Let's all take a step up. And I think Coach Bernard was a perfect piece to that pie to make it full. So really excited to get Coach up underneath him. And, hopefully we be the best secondary in the league. Gus is my locker mate, and I told him I'm going to hit him at some point this training camp to see if he's ready to go. So it was really just talk, but now I have the cap on, so I guess I got to stick to my word. So if I get ran over by Gus or if I knock him back, either one, don't be surprised. But that was just a joke with Gus. But I think I'm going to keep it on and maybe get a little contact this training camp. So they said you're supposed to be cooler with it on. I don't know if that's true or not, because I felt hotter today, but I am the outlier with the Guardian cap. But I don't really care too much about the look anyway, so as you see, my swag is not the best. But that was a joke with Gus. But now I got to keep it on for sure because JK was talking smack to me on the sideline today. So I got to hit him when he comes back.
It sounds like it's going to be maybe triple digits the next couple of days. Is that harder to deal with early in the training camp than maybe a couple weeks from now?
I think it makes a man amongst boys for sure. I think those hot days, they're obviously really tough. I don't know if we play any South games early. I'm not sure of the schedule, but those days are always fun. They're not really fun going through them or after or the days to come, but you talk about them, they're good memories. So it's always good to get that really hot weather practices just to see, it's a mental battle within each player. Mistakes go higher. You want to try to limit those. So it's really a mental game when it's those really hot days like we got, I think, Friday.
Marlon, they added a play caller with Pumpkin. They drafted Zay. They added OBJ. You think Lamar this whole time? You think he is set up better this year to succeed, at least throwing the ball more than any other year?
I think he's set up. To answer your question, yes. I think with T being the new QB coach, Monken coming in, the weapons we have, I think Lamar's gonna be Lamar no matter what. But I think the added style, him being able to be more flexible with what Lamar wants to do. I mean, you look at the top quarterbacks in the league, they get the call, they look at everything, and they kind of make their own decisions. I think when you not necessarily take that away, but when you give that green light to your quarterback, I think things just open up tremendously because nobody can see it better than the guy that's looking at it all. So with the new ability he can do, I think this is a great situation for Lamar, and then everybody just puts it all together, and then it'll be great.
Watching him there's a big business for him. Do you feel the same every now and then, different time, and it's a bump or something different this year?
Yeah, I think so. I think I've said before, on paper we look great. It's just all about proving it this year. We got one of those teams where you look, there's not even really any holes. There might be a couple cracks, but there's not really any holes in any of the things we can do. There's so many guys that can just step up and fill in those cracks. And so it's all there. It's just putting it all together, earning it, and not being a paper team, being a real-life team.
Playing opposite Marcus left, he's a guy who talked a lot before, the ball was snapped, recognized stuff. Him being one, feel like you'll take on more of that role or not? How would that affect you?
I think I've really noticed a change with Marcus Williams. He's been a lot more vocal this year. Hopefully, as camp goes on, Kyle will get going. Marcus is coaching me, yelling at me. He's coaching Kyle. He's coaching Rock. So I'm better when I'm told what to do, told what to see, walk off my guy. That's just how I've been since Eric Weddle's been here, since Earl's been here, since all my safeties have been here. I want the safety to kind of put me in the right position and go like that. It was crazy that Marcus was doing it playing corner, which was crazy on the opposite side. But I think Marcus Williams – has really taken a big step with that as far as coaching guys, telling guys, holding guys accountable. So that's been a big difference this year.
Thank you.